instructor. We're going to talk about anxiety and how I deal with it. It's been a very stressful day. So you're going to see realistic traffic in a huge metropolitan area, Metro Detroit, Metro Houston, Texas, Metro Los Angeles, California. As usual, you got to take a moment to relax. It's been a high impact day at work, a lot of reports, paperwork due to the state. It has to be correct. So when you have things like this, it does add anxiety. Fortunately, we have fuel in the vehicle. I have a little snack to keep my blood sugar stable. But we're going to talk about real life driving, dealing with traffic, dealing with cars, dealing with the sunlight. And I think, one, you got to take a step back and breathe for a second. I know I'm going to be on 45 minutes or so. I know it's going to be really challenging for me to deal with this. So I need to take a moment and just pause. Because if I try to rush, it's going to be a lot of stress. So when you're driving or learning to drive, you just got to take your time. At one point in your life or daily, you will have to go on the expressway. You will have to deal with traffic. They are alternative routes we can take, but as a result, the most efficient way is the expressway because traffic moves one way. There are no pedestrians. And then we're going to go through this journey together, step by step. It is officially 5 o'clock. So the car's warmed up. I'm going to put my foot on the brake and I'm going to put it in reverse. I'm looking left and right as I back up. I really want you to see this so you can see the light in my eyes. And then I'm going to switch the angle. Okay, I backed up safely. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it in drive. Okay? And we're just going to take our time. We're going to get out here and know that we're going to be here for a moment, but we are focused. We're going to have a nice, chilled, relaxed drive and just be patient in this journey. That's all you can do. So we're going to come up to the end of the driveway and I'm going to yield. There's a car coming to my left. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to turn on my blinker. Always use your blinker. Let people know what you're doing. Okay, they're going in. I'm going to roll out. Okay. Then I'm going to make a right turn. It's nice to get out of that glare. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. And that makes your drive that much more intense. And the road conditions can add to the anxiety. This sunlight, it's crazy. There's nothing we can do, so we're just going to deal with it. Hopefully you guys had a good day. I think you got to take a step back, breathe for a second. I've been on longer drives that are an hour, hour and a half to get home. It's really tough, and you're just sitting in traffic. So I'm going to pause. I looked, and I'm going to make a right turn. I try to be in a really relaxed state, knowing that other people around the world are going through what I'm going through, dealing with traffic, trying to get where they're going, and just being patient. I'm from the Midwest. It's 39 degrees. We're going to have a lot of drivers who are tired, hungry, mad, got to go pick up their son and daughter, various reasons. That adds to the anxiety. That adds to the stress. But we are trying not to be a part of that. How do you not become a part of that? Stay with the flow of the traffic, use your blinker, and be predictable. If you were driving with me, I would try to get you up to the edge of the traffic quickly as possible. And they waved. Good, they let me out. Nice. And I'm gonna turn on my right turn signal. Checking. I'm watching for the pedestrian. You want a real POV? Here it is. We're going down the I-94 corridor. It's gonna be bumper to bumper to bumper. This is probably going to be one of the best videos that I can create for you. We got semi trucks. I don't want to be stuck beside the truck. So what I'm going to do is let this truck come out. I'm deliberately going slow. I do not want to cut off this truck. That's death. Okay? So I'm going to just go falling behind them or her. Could be a female driving. And we're going to get in right behind them. I'm a little close, man. This is a little tight. But that's okay. This is a real merge. Highly stressful. I like to get kind of settled down in the flow. So if you were driving with me, I would say, hey, let's make some room. Just relax. I'm going to treat it just like you're here with me. Trying to leave room. Never slam brakes. And if you're patient enough, if you understand that everyone is trying to get home, trying to get to the job, trying to get safely, you'll be okay. Occasionally you do lose focus. Thank you. Occasionally you do lose focus, meaning you might think about your loved one, your job, a mistake you made, and then you are not paying attention. The thing I want to remind you of, we all have to deal with this. The time of day or evening or morning you leave will impact your driving. I'm trying to stay out of vehicles' blind spots, and I'm really trying to be as patient as possible, and that's all you really can do. Sometimes you do feel claustrophobic, I'm not gonna lie, and it's like you can barely breathe. It is about kindness. The pace is starting to move up. That's nice. I'll probably say because we're learning, let's just stay in the lane for now. We're good. Speed control is nice. We're at about 50. And I want you to really enjoy this and learn. It doesn't have to be stressful, full of anxiety. I think sometimes, because of our own idiosyncrasies, we get stressed. We're at about 60 right now. The truck can see me. I can see its mirrors. Let me get over one lane to the right. Sorry, one lane to the left. I'm tired too. Clean your window so you can see clearly. About 60. It's nice. I don't want to be in this truck snow zone, and I know in a quarter of a mile it's going to be really very congested, so I need to make a choice. Do I stay in this middle lane behind the truck, and I'm okay with that? Do I get to the left lane and get cut off? I'm probably going to stay in the middle lane and keep some good room. You want to have good speed, good space, and a smile. If you just joined, I'm a state certified driving instructor. My hands are at 10 and 2. We're about 60 miles an hour. The following distance is about 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm about 3 seconds away. About 65 miles an hour. Fine with this. How many many piercings do you have? I have 0 piercings, but a lot of people have more. My speed control is real nice, about 60 miles an hour, comfortable. I feel relaxed. When you were with me, I would say, hey, let's just stay at this speed. If we get to the left, we're going to have to do 70 or 75. If we get to the right, we're going to get cut off. And this POV is about being comfortable, being chilled. It is still stressful. You're stressful behind the truck. You're stressful because cars are passing you on the left and right. But we want to find some peace. And I'm hoping for many of you, you'll look at this video and just enjoy it. That's my hopes. Because a lot of people don't enjoy driving. You can see all the traffic starting to come up on us now. Scanning left and right, and I'm going to keep my space. Again, we want to be predictable. I'm in this white truck's blind spot to my right. Lifting my foot off the throttle. You should be able to tell that I'm not too close to the semi-truck, but I'm close enough. Speed is pretty good. Still about 65 miles an hour. I'm fine with it. And a lot of you, because you're learning to drive, you'll just stay right here. We're good. Truck is getting over. At least they had on the blinker. That was a blinker. Space. I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoy them. And I really want to help all of you obtain your license and show you that you can have peace when driving. It can be chilled. Cruising about 60 miles an hour. I'm at 65 now. The Florida traffic is pretty peaceful. I'm from the Midwest. Where are you from? What part of the United States? Are you even from the United States? See a backup coming, so I'm just going to squeeze my brakes, take my time, and just be peaceful. You're probably saying, do you really drive like this? Yes. Because I'm an instructor, I drive and teach people this journey. You have to expect stop-and-go traffic on a major expressway through the country. We're on the I-94 corridor. There's I-80, I-275, I-95, I-75. As long as traffic is moving, I'm fine with it. I think people get very impatient. And that's how accidents happen. And you notice I'm keeping more space because I'm anticipating cars cutting in front. I'm being predictable. Also, I'm seeing around the semi-truck, under the semi-truck, to the left and right of the semi-truck. We talked about this in class. If I get closer to the semi-truck, I won't be able to see because this driver could be on the phone. The driver could be talking to the radio dispatch. So this is a good point to remember as we were talking about this in class yesterday. Our fuel range is 159 miles. We're getting about 18 to 20 miles per gallon. And you notice I'm getting closer to the truck so I can see less and less. You can see the drivers who are in a hurry. They're very erratic. They're cutting over left and right. I've never been that type of driver, so that's one thing I don't want you to start doing is being erratic. Cutting left to right, right to left. Being very predictable, looking. And if you're really watching, we can see traffic to the right of the semi-truck. We can see traffic to the left. We can see traffic in front of the semi-truck. That's why tailgating is so dangerous, because you lose vision in front. The left lane is for passing. Right lanes for slower moving traffic. About 1 in 75 students has severe anxiety. About 2 months ago, I had a young lady. As soon as we got into the car, she started panicking and shaking. I felt so bad for her. We tried to reschedule. It took 6 times, but we finally got her out in the car. It's called gradual exposure. You gradually expose a person to get in the car, sit for a few minutes, get out of the car and go back in. The next day you get in the car, you put on your seatbelt, take off the seatbelt, go back in. The next day you get in the car, you put on your seatbelt, you lock the door, then you unlock the door, undo the seatbelt, you go back in. Then the next day, you get in the car, you lock your door, you put on the seatbelt, you start the car. Then the next day, you get in the car, you lock your door, you put on the seatbelt, you adjust your mirrors, you start the car. That pattern needs to be very consistent. And some days you will be in traffic like this. We're cruising about 50 miles an hour. And because I've learned, I try not to schedule drives during this time period. It's highly stressful for the general public, as well as the instructor, and as well as an adult teen who has anxiety. Cruising about 50 miles an hour. I'm perfectly fine with it. speed up again. Taking our time, being patient. Truck's getting over. I don't want to get too excited. Yeah, I'm going to stay in the middle lane. It's moving pretty good. You got a nice clear view. We're about 65, passing the truck. Getting in and out of those zones. Left side, right side, front, and back. Now you see what I see, a lot of traffic. Traffic is moving. We want to be predictable. We don't want to look down at the lines. And it's called lane line reference. We want to use the right broken white line and the left broken white line. We'll want to be on the right side of the left broken white line, and we want to be, I want to say this again, we want to be on the right side of the broken white line, and then we want to be on the left side of the white line to the right. Okay, we want to use these lines as reference. Scanning left, middle, and right. Taking time. Being very patient. Need to get over to the right, accelerating through the gap, then I lift my foot. I'm in the right lane. How can you tell I have a white line to my right? It's called the edge line or fog line. You should be able to see that. This lane is called the deacceleration lane. We talked about this in class yesterday. I'm going to squeeze my brake. I'm going slow. Go around the curve. Take my time. This is a really long cloverleaf, and there's a lot of heavy traffic coming from my left. So if I'm not careful, I'll get sideswiped. And that's the most common type of collision. We all have our blinkers on. We're going to get right to the middle lane. And I don't want to get too close to this box truck because I won't be able to see. So I want to keep space. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It's still pretty peaceful. It's taking time, trying to be smooth and predictable. This is a stale green light. You can see, just changed. So I'm going to squeeze my brakes. It's perfect timing. We want to stop behind the stop line. Breathe for a second. Be patient. I thought driving in the traffic was pretty intense. I was behind a semi-truck for a very long time. I think going 75 or 80 wouldn't really make a difference. I would just be tailgating cars, being really aggressive. So I decided to stay in the middle lane, stay relaxed, it's comfortable, it's chilled. It's rewarding when you can drive smoothly and not really be stressed. And you can see the POV point of view. And then now I got to turn on my right turn signal, get over to the right, check. And I have to make a right turn at this light. And I'm scanning. I'm going to go in the first lane, L-A-N-E. Still 35 degrees out here, still very cold. You need to be very careful by fast food establishments. People just pull out in front of you, they're sticking french fries in their nose, they're not paying attention, they're going to run a light. So I'm really scanning this intersection. I see the gray minivan, I see the green light, I see blinkers. Look ahead, get information so you can make an accurate decision. We're at 50 miles an hour, not any faster, not any slower. Speed control is really important. A lot of beginning drivers tend to drive 10 under, 12 under. That creates road rage, that creates anxiety, that makes drivers very angry. Drive at the speed limit. Always try to encourage that. Okay, we got to turn on our right turn signal. We're going to be merging in where the line is broken. I'm going a little fast. And I'm going to stop. I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. In case this truck breaks down, I can drive around it. I can wait for my green arrow or turn. Intersections are the most dangerous. Let's go ahead and wait for this green arrow. We don't have to turn on red. See, there's the green arrow. We look, we check. Right in the first lane. And then I believe we need to make a right turn. It's just a really tight, short turn, so I'm going to go in slow. Squeeze the brakes. Going really easy. You got to really, there's no room for error on these turns. No room at all. Now the environment has changed. We're in a neighborhood. I got to go pick up the client. We have stop signs, yield signs, pedestrians. Turn on my left turn signal. See, I'm tired too. I'm saying the wrong turn signal. I'm gonna have a complete stop. S-T-O-P. I look, I check. I'm taking my time. Sorry about the bumps, but this is the freezing and thawing cycle in some states. And when it's cold and hot, water gets in and it starts the process of our infrastructure crumbling. There's nothing we can do. The danger's different here. Now they're people. If you like this type of drive, the POV, subscribe, follow me, leave comments.